A very warm welcome to this conversation with Sonata Kucin-Louvigny, who is an accredited mentor and board member of EMCC Luxembourg. And my name is Christina Clark, and I'm your host for this series of videos about the EMCC Luxembourg's guidelines for those who are selecting and buying coaching, mentoring, and supervision services. And in this video, we're going to be chatting about the role of mentoring. So a big warm welcome to you, Sonata. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, it's nice to be here.
Sonata, let's start off by looking at what kinds of topics and issues a mentor might be able to support individuals with.
It's any topics in business, education, and all areas in our life, in fact, everything. And we start from education, from schools, after we follow with universities, entering the workplace, and all career path topics. It's a change, transition in the new role, new company, or you want to quit corporate work and maybe to start your own business. Mentor here will be essential for you. Or leadership topics. Maybe you are a new manager, you just started to manage other people, or maybe you want to discover what kind of manager you are or you would like to be. After all other company-related topics, usually like, for example, women managers, how to break these glass ceilings, well-being at work, ethical dilemmas, maternity. This maternity time also, it's essential, and now mentors help here. Long and short time goals, how to formulate them, how to discover what I want to do. Diversity, inclusion, integration, maybe in community, unemployment, divorce, some sickness, burnout, retirement, and any other topics what you can imagine, just from to. When you feel that you need someone who already experienced that, you find a mentor.
And that's such a broad landscape, isn't it? So what might some of the approaches or methodologies that could be used?
And here we have two main, what important to understand differences. It's sponsorship mentoring, and the roots of this approach is United States. And another approach is more European, it's developmental mentoring. And what differences? So in the first one, in sponsorship, we have one-way direction, one-way learning. It means that mentor, he is like leading everything. He's strong apart, he's influenced, strongly mentee, and it's him who advise, who instruct, and it's like, do as I say, follow what I say. He can introduce you to some people and etc., but it's him who lead power here. And usually it's more experienced, the old, a senior person. And in developmental mentoring, we have a bit different. Here we are thinking partners. We are both equal. Mentor uses his experience just to enrich our talks, to think what our ideas, is it okay or no? And you both think how to do, what to do it. And here responsibility of mentee to follow advice, not to follow. So it's really different approaches, and it's important to understand when we choose a mentor, and maybe sometimes to avoid some discommunication here.
Of course. And if we're thinking about a typical mentoring contract, what would be covered by that?
At first, it's goals, what we want to achieve during our journey, and after, of course, measurement, how we will measure it. Terms, how long our a relationship will last, a half year, 1 year, we have to decide and to agree about that and to write. All organizational part, how often, in what form, it will be Zoom, team, in person, who will send invitations, all these small parts. And of course, what we are going to do, if I need as a mentee some urgent advice from my mentor between meetings, can I write, can I call? So all these things we have to discuss and to write. After, another part is confidentiality. Confidentiality for us mean what? We have to write and to understand the same both. Ground rules, engagements, that we engage to prepare for meetings, to do what we agree that we are going to do during the meeting and after, to reflect together, to reflect after a meeting, and of course to give feedback and to receive feedback. So we have to engage for that and to be clear each is other.
Fantastic. And Sonata, I'm curious about when you would select a mentor instead of a coach.
At first, when I want some knowledge sharing, role modeling, network, then I search for a mentor because I want that this person understand all external context, that he already have experience in this field. He wasn't already in these shoes, so he can understand me better. When I want someone like role model, because I want to understand why is this person so successful, what his or her mindset, habits, daily routine. So why? And of course, as I mentioned, when I want that my mentor share knowledges, network, and etc.
Fantastic. Sonata, that's really invaluable information to support a buyer with making a decision about how to work with a mentor. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Thank you for having me here.